Chapter 1 The Commoner by Kai and Sensei. We open to a booming metropolis, bright lights. At buildings, as far as the eye can see, festive lights seem to be a holiday. With celebration come spoils of people scurrying through the street without a care in the world. This is normally the time crime is on the rise. We see a child in an alleyway cornered by men looks to be another case of the wrong place. At the wrong time. Things look dire for the child, and that's when a voice cries out from the crowd. What does three men have business with such a young girl on such a nice night? He looks as if in his mid-30s suitcase and hands somewhat fit, you can tell he used to play sports. The criminal man speaks, nobody likes a hero. Why don't you go home and jerk off before this gets worse? The men all turn back to the girl, she's crying. Looks no older than 16. Skirt is torn. Bag is ripped. A foreigner maybe on a school vacation lost? The man behind the clearly suspicious men pulls out his phone and starts live streaming the event. The heroic man speaks, you hear that my 3 million follows. Here in this dark alley in Mid-City on the corner of Jolly, it's three shady-looking men cornering one tiny girl. He smirks as if he says check, cunningly thinks the day is won. You hear that we have to go, the feds will be on the way soon. Damn this wannabe white knight. But you're right, this is not worth the heat to have our faces and location we need to leave. Enraged to see his latest prey slip out his hands, gathers his emotions and steps away from the girl. Yeah, we need to leave. This isn't worth it. The three men start to walk away looking defeated, and as they pass by the cunning man who stumped them, the leader stops and speaks. Tell your followers this. A loud noise goes off. The girl starts screaming. The men run off in separate directions. I feel this warm pain in my back as I start to fall. The girl looks fine. I can hear sirens and the sound of my phone notifications going off, then silence. A soft, elegant voice begins to rattle my ears as if to comfort me and welcome me to my final home. Open your eyes, brave one. This is not a moment of rest for you to have a decision to make. I open my eyes and what's in front of me is a beautiful woman, not something that transcends what I became to know as gender. She is almighty. My brain begins to hurt just thinking of whom or what I'm speaking with, yet my heart tells me to trust. So I work my courage up in order to speak. Hello, thank you for. Memories rush to my mind at this point. I remember the voice of the girl weeping as she held my hand. I remember the EMS trying to revive me. I wait, revive me. Have I died? Is this the afterlife? Yes, you have died. She says with a smile she can read my mind. Delivering such news with a smile. I don't feel sad after hearing of my death. The only thing that comes to mind is one question. Is the girl okay? Is my family okay? The goddess laughs at me, smiling as if to approve of my question that she begins to speak. Goddess, I go by many names, yet you can call me Big Sis just to make things more comfortable. Big Sis, yeah, don't you think in my life or the afterlife I am comfortable with that at all. Goddess, no, I insist call me Big Sis. She says with a smile, it is giving me this is not an option, like she can read my mind, which I guess is possible considering the circumstances. I don't have the energy to compute the reasoning for her formalides, so I decide to go with what she says. Goddess, no good deed goes unrewarded, thus I ask you this. If you can do it all again, would you still save another without considering your own life? This is not a hypothetical. This is a question from a God I need to think about and answer honestly. I lived a modest life. Due to my music, I gained a following at a young age. My father passed away due to illness and my mother spent most of my adult life running charities and organizations helping the less fortunate along with my siblings. I was loved, giving me the opportunity to take chances and grow my brand, making me one of the most recognizable faces of my generation.
None of that mattered because I was only doing what I promised my father on his dying bed.
To make the world a better place so no one grown up in poverty like him would have to suffer. I am overthinking this. I know my answer. No matter how many lives I was given, I would always care for others. That's the man my father and mother raised. The sweetest laughter comes from the lips of the goddess. It feels as if you are coming home from a hard day at grade school and your mother's lap comforts. You have never once disappointed me, so I shall grant you another life in a world of might and magic. Please live this life to its fullest. Love, grow, and above all be the man your father has raised you to be. In an instance, before I can respond, a bright light comes, and I can hear what can only be described as the sound of a wagon.